Hi, my name is Dr. Melissa J. Williams, and I am the founder of US Healthcare Nurses. So, a lot of folks have been asking me to kind of tell my story on who I am and how US Healthcare Nurses actually came about. So, I wanted to take some time today and just kind of let you know the people, not only myself, behind US Healthcare Nurses. So, my story is one unlike many stories out there, and you probably can relate to this as well. But I actually am a home health care agency owner, and I have been since 2012. And so, one of the challenges that I had back in 2012, 2013, of course, was that it was very, very difficult for me to find qualified nurses, be it LPNs, RNs, and also CNAs. So that was like my biggest challenge when I first opened my home health care agency. So, of course, that problem was, I guess, the start of US Healthcare Nurses, because had a problem, knew I had to somehow figure out how to solve that problem. So, we know as business owners that it's not all about the money that you gross. So for me, my second year, I was grossing over $1 million. So I know a lot of people are saying, oh, I made $1 million my first year. For me, with no nursing background, it did take me 2 years to first gross over $1 million. And so, of course, after I gross over $1 million, of course, I've been grossing millions of dollars ever since. But one of the things that we look at as business owners is not only the amount of money that we gross, that we bring in, but is actually the amount of money at the end of the year that we profit. So when you're looking at December 31st, and you're finishing up your calendar year, if it ends in December, you want to know how much money not only did I make, did I earn, that came in, but how much money will the company have at the end of the day. So for me, that was one of my challenges. So my first year, what I did is I looked at, oh wow, I made 400, and I think we did like 457 the first year. All right. $457,000. And then our second year, we hit over $1 million. But each year I was looking at how much money I was spending, right, on all of my expenses, my office expense, my payroll, my insurance, and advertising. What I discovered is that my biggest costs, okay, was on insurance, workers' comp, not really general liability, but workers' comp, and hiring or advertising. I was spending thousands on thousands on thousands of dollars on posting for job applicants on Indeed, a ZipRecruiter, Facebook, Craigslist. And at the end of the year, I would sit down with my accountant, Sharice, and we would look at what was going out. And we knew that we had to get those expenses under control. The profit was good, but it was not what we knew it could be if we were able to get it under control. So fast forward to 2020, okay? It's 2021 now, but fast forward to 2020. I knew at that time it was a pandemic, okay, going on, and it was becoming more and more difficult to hire nurses and CNAs. What we were finding at that time, back in 2020, when the pandemic hit, like in April, May, early summer, was that many of the CNAs, many of the nurses, they were staying home. They were staying home because they were drawing unemployment. So it got worse for our agency. And when I say it got worse, it was so difficult for us to find qualified nurses with the proper experience to take care of our clients. So I actually started thinking, and of course the idea for U.S. healthcare nurses, it came about 2012, 2013. So I knew that I needed to, or I knew that I wanted to create something that would be able to help solve that problem, not only for me, but for all of my friends and colleagues that had home health care agency. We were all experiencing the same problem: how to find and hire qualified individuals to cover our assignments. So, like I said, 2020, I came together with my IT developer, and we designed, in my mind, what I thought would be, I guess, a solution to the problem. Hence, U.S. healthcare nurses came about, and it's so amazing. It's so amazing, the whole entire journey. Because when I thought about this, I didn't really realize that what I was doing was creating a software company. But U.S. Healthcare Nurses is just that. It is a software company. And U.S. Healthcare Nurses, we specialize in assisting LPNs, RNs, and CNAs to find work, be it full-time work or part-time work, just like that, without posting resumes on multiple sites like ZipRecruiter, Indeed, my goodness, Craigslist, all of the other sites that you guys are familiar with. So it solved that problem. So, of course, very, very excited. So what I wanted to do in that whole, I guess, field of U.S. healthcare nurses, the whole field, I wanted to make sure that we had a strong blog that talked about things that were going on in the home healthcare profession. I wanted to make sure that I outlined the fact that over 13% of all of U.S. labor market, they work in the healthcare profession field. I wanted to make sure that I talked to individuals about how to take care of themselves, because what I find as the owner of the agency is that many times my aides, they're so busy taking care of others that they fail to take care of themselves. So I wanted to, like I said, create a whole community whereby individuals from all 50 states, so U.S. Healthcare Nurses is a national software company. Right now we're doing a lot of marketing in Georgia because that's where I'm from. So we're marketing, crazy marketing in Georgia. But I wanted to create, like I said, a community where we could all come together and we could talk about what was going on, get information, find positions. I also thought that it would be really cool to have a place where also individuals that's in the healthcare profession, they could come and they could purchase their scrubs, their uniforms, their shoes, any medical supplies and equipment that would be, I guess, used in their day-to-day. So we created a store as a part of U.S. Healthcare, and we branded the items that we sell. So I thought that was really, really cool. And the last thing that I thought is, well, a couple more things. I wanted to make sure also not only did I appeal to nurses that were seeking employment, but I wanted U.S. healthcare nurses to also appeal to agencies, all right, that were looking to hire and to find individuals to cover their assignments. Because As you all know, the baby boomers are retiring at a staggering number every day. So over 10 million baby boomers are retiring every single day. So the home healthcare industry, it's not only going to continue to increase, there's going to be a shortage in nurses to be able to cover these individuals. So I wanted to make sure that I had a place for nurses to be able to come and to download the app. Okay, so because the secret sauce is that they have to download the app in order to get access to job notifications. So as soon as someone downloads the app, US Healthcare Nurses app, they will begin to get job notifications. So I wanted to make sure that agencies as well would have a place where they could go and find nurses to cover their assignments. So the premise would be that the agency would put in a service request for a nurse or an aide in a particular city or county, and they would also be able to put in their desired salary. And what would happen is the nurse would turn on their app, okay, because what I've did is I've created like an Uber for nurses. I really like that. So Uber for nurses, they would turn on their app, swiping left or right to say, hey, I'm available for work, and they would get notifications every single day, and as orders or service requests come in, they would get notifications on their phone that there's a job in their area paying whatever. All right, they too, being the nurses, would be able to put in what they desired as their pay rate. So they could put in a range. So if they're interested in getting paid, let's just say if they're CNA, between $13 and $18, they could put that range in. And so the agencies would see that and they would say, hey, I've got someone located in, just to say, Decatur, Georgia, and that particular nurse is available for work, and her pay rate or her desired pay rate is between $13 and $18. I'm able to do that. And so they would click on the button, send a notification to the nurse saying, hey, congratulations, you've got the assignment. Very, very simple. It is so crazy. I mean, I'm loving, I just love US Healthcare Nurses. So last thing I wanted to do, like I said, is I wanted to make sure that I had a place for care recipients. So individuals that were seeking home health care services, they would be able to go on to our site, and they would be able to also put in their service requests. Hey, I need someone to take care of my mother who is 65. She lives in, let's say, Atlanta, Georgia, and I need someone 8 hours a day, 5 days a week from 9 to 5. So care recipients, people that are looking for someone to care for their loved ones, can also put in their service requests on US Healthcare Nurses. And once they do that, then that notification will not only go to agencies, but it will also go to nurses to let them know, hey, we've got a new assignment that's in your area. So I don't know if I talked about continuing education. For me, my background is academia, and it is so important. It is so important because everything in our industry is changing, and it's changing so rapidly. And you guys can attest to that. I mean, my gosh, you know, we've been in a pandemic for what, going on 2 years. So things are changing. And because things are changing, it's very imperative that individuals that are a part of our community, that are a part of US Healthcare Nurses, that we are trained and that we continue to get educated on the latest technologies, hand washing, COVID, how to deal with dementia, how to deal with an individual that may be angry. So there's a lot of topics that we have that's on our site as far as education that individuals can obtain. But it was really huge for me to make sure that I had a location, a one stop, whereby you could get all of that, right? You could get everything. You could shop, you could get your CEUs, you could find jobs, you could post jobs, and you could get information that's going to keep you abreast of what's going on and help you, because what we do as healthcare professionals is not easy. Yes, it's not easy. We are truly individuals on the front line dealing with individuals that are sick every day. So we have to make sure that we have the proper tools in order to make our job as easy as possible. So that's kind of the backdrop, if you will, of how U.S. Healthcare Nurses came about. And I mean, what I've seen happen over the last 2-3 months with this software company that we've created, it's amazing. I mean, words cannot even express like how crazy this app is working. People are loving it. People are hitting me up on my IG. People are emailing me, people are calling me, telling me, thank you so much for creating this community. Like I said, we as healthcare professionals, we're 13% of the U.S. labor force. Okay, so it's very important that we have a place, like I said, that we can come together and that we can share and we can get the information and we can get the knowledge that we need, and we can also help each other. So it's a networking. It's a networking community. You know, also what is so cool about the app, if you know a colleague that's looking for employment, you can click on the app and you can refer a friend. All right. And so, we actually give a bonus to the individuals that after they've referred several of their friends, then they can actually go to our store and they can shop at our store, and or if they need CEUs, they can get CEUs for free. So it is indeed, like I said, a community. It's amazing. I thank all of you that have downloaded the app, that's using U.S. Healthcare Nurses, that's emailing me and telling me how it's made your life easier. And I know for agencies, I know it's made your life easier. And one of the things that I used to do when I was posting on Indeed and ZipRecruiter is I was just throwing money away. Truly, I was throwing the money away because I may need an RN, and I would end up spending like $500, and I would find resumes of RNs, but those resumes were in this system that had been collected for months and maybe even years. The individual wasn't even working as a nurse anymore. She was working at Amazon. Or I would find resumes of people that were not even in Georgia. They were thinking about moving to Georgia. But with U.S. Healthcare Nurses, I mean, it's so amazing. You're going to connect with individuals that they're looking for work. All right. Today, now, they're ready to fill your assignment. And also, you're going to find care recipients that are looking for assistance with caring for a loved one. I mean, it's not going to be, it's real time. So that's what, it's not going to be like I said, you contact somebody and they're working at Amazon or they're driving Lyft or they're not even in the industry anymore. You're going to be dealing with people that are actively looking for work, and they're ready to start working today. So like I said, I thank everyone so much for all of the good vibes that have been sent out. I didn't think that it would turn out as great as it has, but like I said, I'm really amazed. Had a really crazy awesome team of developers. I've got great staff, my administrator, my admin, Bria, Grace, Jayla, Io, we've got Sabrina. So we've got a lot of folks that are behind the scenes helping to make all of this a reality and helping to be able to bring and give back something that is most needed. So like I said, I'm Dr. Melissa Williams. I am the founder of US Healthcare Nurses, and I thank you guys so much for following us, downloading our app, and liking our posts on all of the social media platforms. And so if you're interested, like I said, in learning more about who we are, what we do, please take a moment and go visit our website. It's www.ushealthcarenurses, all one word.com. All right. So thank you so much for allowing me to kind of give you an overview of who we are, how we came about, and what we're doing in the community, which is, like I said, is really powerful because, of course, home healthcare individuals, they are essential individuals. All right. They're doing it. They're on the front line and they're giving their best and their all. So with that being said, thank you so much. And check out my next video. It'll be coming up and I'll be talking to you guys about some helpful hints and ideas and things that you should be doing to keep yourself ahead of the power curve. All right. Thank you so much. Take care and we'll talk soon.